Previously on SV Thunder Road. We've got the motor about 90% stripped down, and we've identified a few issues. We'll need to be replacing the clutch wheel starter sprocket. That's this guy right here. And also the little wheel that turns clutch starter sprocket, the starter idler. That's this thing. And lastly, we've ordered a used crankshaft, as the threading that holds on the flywheel is completely stripped. And now, we're just moving on down the line and having a look at our carburetor, and we'll be inspecting the valves on our motor's top end. So without further ado, let's just get right into this one. Alright y'all, it is time to disassemble and clean up this carburetor and see what the situation is. Any guesses on what the float's gonna look like? Let me know in the comments. Alright, we're gonna take off this intake hose here. Go ahead and remove these screws. These actually go into the intake manifold that go into the motor. We've got a gasket here. Pop this off. This gasket still looks pretty good. Alright, let's try to take this float off. We have 4 screws on each corner. There we go. Ooh, man. Look at that. A lot of gunk in there. We'll have to clean all that up. A lot of gunk in there. Alright. Our float seems to be working. So what happens is the gas fills up in this bowl here, and it fills the float up. And when this float goes up, it engages a pin that directs the gas to go into the motor. So that's how that works. We'll dig a little deeper here. All right, let's see if we can peel. There's a gasket here. See if we can get that off without ruining it. Our gasket. All right, we're going to take the float off. There's a little pin right here. We're going to slide that pin out. Here we go. So this is that needle I was talking about that the float engages. Don't want to lose that. All right, we're going to take out our main jet and our pilot jet. See how those look. Any guesses? We'll start with the main jet. It's gonna be the bigger of the two. That out. We've got a 79. It's actually pretty clean. That's surprising. All right, let's see how this pilot looks. It is promising. Let's see. Don't see any markings on this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to show y'all, but I can definitely see through there. But yeah, it looks good. It does look good. Alright, and then we have the throttle screw and the air screw. It's these two right here. I actually can't remember which one was which. But yeah, throttle screw and air screw. Let's take those out. Yeah, it's got to be it. This one is a little dirty. Got a little bit of gunk on the sides there, but we can clean that up. There we go. So this one is pointier. Not too bad. Just touch it up a little. We'll go ahead and take off this choke here. Come out right there. There we go. And then to pull this lever piece out, we've got a little Phillips screw in there that we got to take out. Should slide out. There we go. All right, well, a fairly simple carburetor here. Let's go ahead and just touch everything up. I don't have any problems with this other than it's a little messy. Let's clean it up. In the middle of cleaning here, and I forgot one. This is a float drain pin. So we can take that off. I had to get my impact driver on it to loosen it up. It was in there pretty good. There we go. Yeah, that's why it was hard to get off. Pretty gunked up. See, I forgot about that one. But that looks good. We can see through there. And so it drains down in there. Alright. Back to cleaning. Alright, y'all. Not crazy perfect, but definitely an improvement. Got this all nice and cleaned up here. Let's go ahead and put this all back together now. Carburetor all cleaned up and put back together. I just need to put our little choke on. But the carb should be good to go now. Nice and cleaned up. Alright, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna clean up this cylinder head here a little bit. These valves are filthy, covered in carbon. We need to go ahead and clean those off. And we're going to take these valve covers off and actually check our spacing in the valves. I'll show you guys that. Alright, looks a little better. And it looks so crummy. This exhaust valve was really bad. I'm wondering what the space is on this one. Alright, let's check out, let's take the valve covers off. That off. Other one. Go. Alright, so we've got the top of the valve, so we're going to measure the spacing. Alright, so this is my thickness gauge, and from what I read online, the spacing on these valves needs to be between 0.003 and 0.005. And so we are going with a 0.004. You can see right there. Here you go. That one feels pretty good. That one feels like spot on. It's like a little snug, but I can still slide it in, so that's good. Let's check the exhaust side. So I think that one's a little tight. I can't even get it in there. So let's loosen that one up a little bit. Slides in. It's not too snug, not too tight. And then the other one, same deal. Not too snug, not too tight. So those are good. Valves are set. Okay, I think it might be, I know it might be kind of hard to see over here by the door, but I'm gonna hit this with some engine degreaser, and I've got it over here because I just don't like all the fumes and everything, and I've also got my fan ready. And when I spray it, I'm gonna go ahead and open the garage door. Do it. Alright guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. So just to recap, we've got the carburetor all cleaned up, almost reassembled, about 90% reassembled. The piston head we kind of touched up a little bit. There's no reason to go out and buy a new piston head. This one's perfectly fine. And we reset our valves on the top end. We checked all that. That is all looking good and checking out. And we also gave this baby a little bath. So I think this is looking just a little bit better. Soka's barking at us. All right, I can't hold off any longer. I am dying to do this. New seat cover. Let's do it, y'all.